Hello slot car fans, got an awesome unboxing here today. Awesome because I didn't even pay for anything here. I actually won a contest from Pacific Northwest SlotCarDad, or PNW SlotCarDad. And if you guys haven't checked out his channel, you definitely should. He's got some cool stuff. He basically builds a new track every week on his floor, and they're huge. So if you're looking for some inspirations on some interesting little things to do with your Carrera Digital, check out his channel. You might find some stuff that you can use, or you'll at least get a smile out of it. But another thing that's interesting here is I think Ryan has reused a box that he got one of the Carrera cars in that he ordered from Carrera Slots. And so this would have come from Austria to Carrera Slots, and then they reused the box to ship it to Ryan. But I'm always kind of interested in this language stuff because, you know, it's kind of funny with German. It's sort of a stereotype that it takes way more words and way more letters to say something in German than it does in English. Well, this here says Vorsicht zerbrechlich. And then it says handle with care underneath that in English. Well, Vorsicht verbrechlich, according to Google, actually means caution fragile. So it's not even the same. It's not even the same phrases between the two languages. And if you wanted to say handle with care in German, that would be vorsichtig behandelt, which of course handled sounds pretty close to handle. But anyway, I found that interesting. It's not even the same exact translation between the two languages. But let's get this thing popped open. Let's see what we got in here. Well, doggone, that is some serious tape. Well, Ryan, thanks. You did a heck of a job on the taping. And kind of the funny thing is, too, Pacific Northwest, where Ryan lives, he is about as far north and as far west as you could get from me and still be in this same country. Because I'm down in Texas. All right, cool. So he says, congrats, Doug. Enjoy the car. Here's my commercial track sticker. When mine come in, I'll mail you out some more. Thanks. Take care, my friend Ryan. Well, that's cool. So I've got a couple of stickers here. I'm not familiar with Wild Racing products, but maybe that's from his commercial track, as well as this one here. Very cool. I can put these on my track for some decorations. Lord knows I need some of that. I hope this is showing up on camera. Oh, here we go. Here's the big one from Pacific Slot Car Raceways. There we go. Let me get it down here where we can see it better. Maybe you didn't see the other ones very good either. We'll show them too. I don't know who that is yet. I guess we'll have to check them out and see. And the same with these guys here. Now we get down to the car, very nicely packed in bubble wrap. Man, look at that, it's even got bubble wrap inside here. Ryan, you outdid yourself there, trying to make sure nothing happened to this car. Aha! Wow, that is gorgeous. It didn't show up as well on camera when Ryan was showing it to us before, but that looks really cool. And it looks like it has yellow headlights too. So this is going to be fun to race with my other Scalextric stuff. This is going to be neat. So next time I switch over to running analog on my track, I'll have another car to race with. Let's put it back on here where we can display it nicely. There we go. Let's get rid of this and this. There we go. Now we can get a close-up of it. Yeah, that's really a sharp car. And I'm a big fan of the Carrera Porsches. So I'm quite curious as to how scale electric Porsches handle, because you've probably heard me say this in comments and stuff before. I would swear up and down that Carrera and Porsche have some kind of, they're in cahoots with each other or something, because maybe they put a bigger magnet in the Porsche cars, try to make them handle better. I don't know. But it just seems like the Porsches on my track almost always outhandle everything else as well, or, 90% of the time, let's put it that way. And the same with the Road Trip Raceway where I was racing at, that big commercial track where he had like 50, 60 different cars to choose from. The Porsches were just almost always the ones that smoked everybody else, except for, I can't remember, there was one other car that would actually, McLarens. There were some McLarens that were actually sticking to the track even better than the Porsches would. Yeah, I'm talking straight out of the box, just with Paul gauge tires and guide replacement. There weren't really any other tricks done on these cars, just they would replace the guides with Paul gauge guides, and replace the guides with slot invasion guides and replace the rear tires with Paul gauge. And then he was also doing the front tires too with the nail polish, so they were slick. But the Porsches on that track just always outhandle everybody else, so for the most part. And so I'm really curious as to how this, if Slot Scale Electric still is the same way, or since they are, I guess, a English company, UK, if they may be putting the bigger magnets in the UK cars instead of the German cars, right? You never know what they're doing. But I think it's kind of funny to compare these things and see. But thanks again, Ryan. And like I said, if you guys haven't checked out Pacific Northwest SlotCarDad, PWN SlotCarDad, give them a look. I think you'll find some interesting stuff. Thanks for watching.